Hello YouTube, this is Josh, and this episode is for April 2nd of 2015. This is going to be concerning our ducks, and a couple of things that are new with them. First thing, the ducks have moved. They are no longer in our foyer, and they have moved to our basement. While the move was something that was done quickly, we did keep the same brooder, at least for now, and we have the same heat source, which was, as you saw, that heat lamp, and we've added a 100-watt bulb for them to see during the nighttime hours. The basement is not particularly well lighted, so actually I do leave that on most of the time. One resource that I have used in studying ducks and some of their needs is Cornell University's website. I think it's called duckhealth.com. I don't have that written down on my notes right now, but if you type in a Google search, Cornell University Duck Health, you should be able to find it with relative ease. So one thing I did find with ducks is that they're not a purely daytime creature. They sleep and are awake through the day and through the night. They take naps and then are awake at varying times of the day. So that's why I provide a light through the evening hours. You might be asking, why did we move the ducks? Well, it was really simple. There's actually 4 reasons that I can come up with off the top of my head. Their brooder was starting to smell, and given that it was in our living space, it was somewhat unpleasant. While I keep up with cleaning their brooder on a daily basis, with 10 ducks that are adolescents and eating more and then having a lot more waste, it just was becoming a kind of a burden to have the smell in the house. It was not an overpowering, nasty smell. I would probably choose that smell over a lot of other animals' smells, at least their waste. So that was the first reason. The second reason was that we've just wanted the space back. Imagine having a chest freezer in your living room. We had a box that was about 3 feet by 6 feet and about 2 feet tall in our foyer. That takes up space that our kids would normally play in, and we were also worried. I was also concerned about potential leaks in the plastic liner. I don't know how long it would take to get the residual smell or residual waste or potential mold out of a piece of carpet, and I do not have the funds at the moment to replace the carpet. So that was another concern. I think this is number 3 that I have on my notes. The next reason that I moved the ducks was because it enabled easier cleanup. Spilled feed, which happens regularly, especially with small children who like to feed the ducks, and with me being in a hurry, and just little amounts, it eventually adds up. So again, given that was on the carpet, it's easier to clean that up if it's on the concrete in the basement. It's easier on the vacuum. I just run the shop vac and it's done quickly and easily. There were also occasions where Um, the duck bedding, the wood chips, would fall out of the dustpan that I would use to clean out the brooder, and they'd fall on the floor. With that, I would have to be concerned that I got all of them, got all the residue, uh, potentially all the attached duck waste. And now, again, I can use the shop vac, and it's done quickly and easily with the carpet or the concrete. Um, the last reason is because, and is probably the greatest reason, was because we had a lot of symptoms of allergies, itchy and watering eyes, sneezing, coughing, some runny nose. So with the ducks in the stage of development that they are, where they're changing from that fuzz to actually having down and feathers, we decided to see if we could eliminate the ducks from our living space and move them into a place that's a little bit further away from us. It seems like the itching, watering eyes, sneezing, coughing, runny nose has diminished some. I know that one, if not two, of our children did not require any cough medicine or anything this evening before she went to bed. So I think that was a success. I think that was a good call. I would have put them in the garage, but I don't have full assurance that the garage is predator proof. In fact, I'm pretty sure that there would be a lot of different animals that could get in. It might not happen the first night or two. They might have to get the scent that the ducks are in there, but it's not something that I'm willing to risk. So I guess that was my next point. Why did we choose to move them into the basement over moving them into the garage? So that reason was because the basement is, to my knowledge, it's sealed. No known predators can get in there. We don't have any cats or dogs, not yet anyway. But anyway, the second reason that we moved them in there is because right now the nights are not warm enough, or at least what we would consider warm enough, for the ducks to be out. Again, I don't have the resource in front of me, but that website, I believe it is, again, duckhealth.com by Cornell University, suggests that I think that the average temperature that a duck, our duck's age, should be exposed to on an ongoing basis is 65 degrees. In Ohio at this time of year, it is not that. I think it got up to 64 today. So leaving the ducks out in the garage overnight, even with the heat lamp, with the lows getting down into the 30s, is not a risk I'm willing to take with the ducks. Not something for their well-being, and from an investment standpoint, that's not something I'm going to expose my ducks to. So I wanted to brief you on a couple of near-term projects we're going to be engaging in. It's springtime. We have young ducks, as you know. The ducks need to go outside. Like kids, they need sunshine, exercise, fresh air. They need to run around. So that's one reason that they need to go outside, or one set of reasons they need to go outside. The second is because they need to start to forage for food. That will help to cut down the expense of feeding them. They've been solely fed duck feed to this point, actually up until two days ago. we have been feeding them, I can't remember the brand, I think it's Do More duck or poultry starter feed from TSC, and it's a crumble. They eat probably 12, at least 12 cups of feed a day. And I haven't measured that out to see, how long that will actually last, the 50-pound bag. But we would like for them to be pastured ducks and to forage. We have some vegetable scraps, some kitchen scraps, and we cut those up. We have for the last 2 days vegetable peelings or cabbage, stuff like that. I think we cut up some broccoli and cauliflower too. Anyway, we put that in their pen last night, the night before, and it was so amazing seeing them go after that. So they love vegetables and greens and whatnot. So it's one of their natural feeds. So we are going to let them forage outside, and that leads into the second project. Many of you have probably heard of a chicken tractor. Well, I don't know if there's an equivalent for ducks. I'm going to call it a duck playpen, because if you have children, you'll certainly know what a playpen is. It is a netted, it is a framework that has netting surrounding it. Well, in this case, what I'm going to use is PVC pipe and chicken poultry netting. It's a galvanized wire type of fencing, and it's specifically for birds so that they can not get out, but predators, the holes in the netting is so small that the predators cannot get in. I don't remember what the dimensions are, but I'll have an upcoming video of some of the project once it's built. Due to time constraints, I'm not going to be able to show the building of that project, although I'll be able to give a detailed or in-depth showing of what it is and some of the reasoning of why it's being built the way it is. So with that, I'm going to shut down for the night. I hope you have a great night, and we'll look forward to talking to you tomorrow.